Hey guys, this is Nick with Bore Buddy, and today we're going to talk about barrel twist rates and why you might want to choose one over the other. Primarily, this is going to come down to bullet weight, what kind of ammo you're using, but it's mainly to protect your investment and so you can make accurate shots. So we're going to break down a little bit, not to go too far into the weeds on this, but it should make for a pretty short, interesting video and hopefully answer some of the questions you guys might have. So what is barrel twist rate? Well, barrel twist rate is essentially how often the barrel lands in grooves inside the rifling, inside the barrel, makes a complete revolution. So if, for instance, like in the 5.56 world, if you have an AR-15, you probably have seen like a 1 in 7 twist. That means the rifling in the barrel rotates a full revolution in 7 inches. In the rimfire world, the standard, like your 10-22, most rimfire barrels out there in the past have been a 1 in 16 inch twist. That means that the rifling in a standard legal length barrel is 16 inches. So on a rimfire, traditionally, you're getting only 1 revolution of that rifling in a 16-inch barrel. How many revolutions that rifling makes in a certain amount of distance can affect how you stabilize certain bullets. And stabilizing a bullet, what I mean by that is, if you're familiar with football, the sport, when you throw a football, that football has a spiral effect that keeps it aerodynamic and keeps the center of gravity to where it kind of flies, if you will. Same principles apply to bullets, especially bullets that are fired out of a rifled barrel. The rifling on the barrel imparts spin on the projectile, and that allows it to stabilize and fly true and straight and kind of cut through aerodynamics and all that good stuff, allowing you to hit what you actually want to hit. Because if the bullet's not doing that, what happens with turbulence and gravity and all the above, the bullet will start to fall front over back, back over front. It'll start to do this thing which we have a term for called tumbling. And instead of the bullet flying straight and spinning, it starts to do this wobbling. It can wobble, it can start to tumble, and that's going to translate into poor accuracy. Not only that, but if you're using a suppressor on the end of your gun, that turbulence, that unstable bullet inside of your barrel can actually start to destabilize as soon as it leaves the muzzle. So you may not be experiencing horrible accuracy issues, but you may get a baffle strike, and that will you'll see your shots will go all over the place because your bullet's no longer just leaving the barrel, it's leaving the barrel and touching something before it heads downrange. So to protect your baffles from getting struck, or more commonly an end cap strike, because on a suppressor the end cap is the furthest most point from the barrel, the muzzle, so that has the most room for deviation of the round to start to drift. Because a round, let's say the round moves a fraction of a millimeter at the muzzle, that could translate into a few inches at 100 yards, depending on how bad it is. So to not only stabilize certain bullets and to protect your suppressor, you want to make sure that you go with a barrel that has the proper twist rate. So on our economy lines, we offer a 1 in 16, which is traditional. All of our barrels above the economy line feature a 1 in 12. You can opt for a 1 in 16 on certain models, but 1 in 12 twists mean that the revolution of the rifling will make a complete revolution in 12 inches. That means that the actual projectile is spinning faster. So if you think about it, the shorter distance of the twist rate, meaning that the bullet is making more revolutions. So if you have a 1 in 7 versus a 1 in 14, that bullet is actually making 2 revolutions inside of a 14-inch barrel if it was 1 in 7 versus only 1 revolution in like a 14-inch barrel if it was 1 in 14. So that means you're going to have a faster spinning bullet, and faster spinning bullets generally will stabilize better if they're heavier. So if you're using anything up to 40 grains, generally a 1 in 16-inch barrel will stabilize up to 40 grains. I personally still probably wouldn't shoot much of a 1 in 16 twist rate with a suppressor, just because you're just more likely to have problems with 22 and your suppressor that way. So I like to shoot 1 in 12s, especially now that it's readily available, and we have various models of uppers that have barrels that feature the 1 in 12 twist. So if you're shooting anything over 40 grains, you're gonna definitely need the 1 in 12. Now, the 1 in 12 will stabilize any grain pretty much up to 60, but if you're shooting over 40, you're gonna definitely wanna look into the 1 in 12. If you're shooting primarily, under 40 grain, 35 grain, 36 grain, 38 grain, you can get away with the 1 in 16, but if you're shooting subsonics, heavier pills, heavier bullets, you're gonna wanna get the 1 in 12, not only to stabilize that projectile at range so you can keep accurate groups, but also so you can protect your suppressor. Again, I'm Nick with Board Buddy. Have a nice day.